Please remember to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Also, be sure to follow and support me on my social media. Links in the description below. And be sure to click that join button down below to become part of the faithful keyring support. Now, please enjoy the video, everyone! What is up, my faithful keychains? This is Caelum Roxas here, and Caelum Roxas. And welcome back to Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Now, in the last episode, we've gotten the second ending of the game. We quite literally defied the narrative. Yeah, and we came across a mysterious figure. We couldn't see what he looked like, nor sounded like, but now we know that there's someone behind the scenes, and why we're stuck traveling through universes. That too, yeah. Anyway, we're back again because we're gonna be trying to get the rest of the endings of the game. There's supposed to be an update later on, which will give like a roadmap or whatever that's supposed to make it more easier to keep track of what routes you have taken. But until then, enough games have told me that that the first two endings are the easiest to get, so I'm gonna be getting ending number 1, and I believe I know how to do that. So we're gonna be getting that ending until that new update drops, and then I'll cover the rest of the endings. And also, reminder, I am doing my first ever Steam giveaway. If you want a chance to win one of 5 free Steam keys of Livber, Smoke and Mirrors, make sure you are subscribed, leave a like on this video, and comment down below #Livber in the comments. Now, before we begin, just letting you know, if you are enjoying my videos and you do wish to see more content from me, make sure to subscribe to the channel and click that bell button to be notified of all videos that I upload. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and share this video to your friends and family. That will truly help me on the algorithm. Be sure to follow me on my Blue Sky, join my Discord, follow my Tumblr, join my Game Jolt for some future updates and community interaction. Be sure to buy my merch on my TeePublic page. Make sure to click that join button down below to become part of the faithful keyring support. You'll gain perks such as custom emojis and badges, early access to upcoming videos, and shoutouts once every upload week. And lastly, go support my Patreon, go support my Ko-Fi, and hype this video up. And with all that said and out of the way, without further ado, let us begin, shall we? Let's begin! Alright, new game! I see her in my dreams. Her in that house on the edge of the cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter. The one bearing her name. My old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house, executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in, but now, she's calling me back to the house, wants to bury her breath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. Let's do this. Yep. Act 1, welcome to my, welcome home, my love. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber. There's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia. A womb for gales to blow out of, but you come here. You wait standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hand. And now, before that, let me examine some things. Our home, waiting on the edge of the cliff, in a place everyone forgot. I think that's a typo. She used to say she loved the sound of waves crashing against the walls. Livber, a coastal nation in the northwest of Gaia, governed not by a central authority, but by a 5-member council known as the Court of Trade. It is highly advanced in seafaring. Gaia, a windswept world of 15 island nations, home to unique races and cultures. Alright. We divide the narrative a lot. Let's try reading the letter this time. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight, trapped between the clouds, shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again and again and again. Ooh, okay. My love, if you are reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I've always told you, death is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to our creation in our home, beneath the place we once shared. You must be with me, inside me, because our creation cannot be left undone. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be, my love. As long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear, I am waiting for you in the Never-All. Lilith. Could this really be true? Lilith? Is she truly alive? I need to put an end to this nonsense. Lilith is dead. Could this really be true? Lilith? Is she still alive? You want it to be true, don't you? You want to hear that Lilith, the woman you left for dead 5 years ago, still lives. You long to feel her love again. Yet there's a question that won't go, of your mind. If she truly lives, how much of her is still her? I don't know that. Does it even matter? I don't know that. The question, unanswered, keeps glowing in your mind. Your gaze drifts into the distance, as if the answers might lie out there. But for a moment, the clouds part, and the moon's silver light spills across the sea. Each and every shimmer scatters into 1,000 fragments. But you remain still, all your limbs stiff with waiting, standing before the door of the house, perched on the cliff, beaten by the waves. Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? It was meant to be. I had to come here. I was gonna say, I'm reading the narrator lines. Yeah. Anyway, where else could it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs by Livber's shore. This is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, and your first lies, all buried here. This two-story hovel raised upon your memories. I guess I can never escape my memories, can I? They'll find me in the end. I can still leave, it's not too late for anything. I guess I can never escape my memories, can I? They'll find me in the end. Unfortunately, you think your memories reside in your mind. Most do. But in truth, they're fragments, bits flaking off the world around you, carried by the wind, rain, sun, and pale moonlight. They slowly gather around you. They mix with the air you breathe. They seep into your body and carry you somewhere else. Truly carry you. They keep doing it until you're convinced you've moved on. Are you saying I never really left this place? Convinced? Are my memories convincing me? These questions still have no meaning, and neither do the answers. But in time, they will. You shouldn't stay out in the rain any longer now. Alright, knock on the door. There's the, what is it called again? There's yell. Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from beyond the threshold. The winged Vector cutie, who never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly toward you, landing at your feet. She shakes the droplets from her coat, and she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. I'm gonna pet Yell again. Yell gently brushes your head against your feet, and then she stops before the door. She looks up at it with a soft stroke. She traces the door frame with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. I hope you'll still be here when I return, my friend. The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance, far, far away. The flash of a lightning strike blinds you, but its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang, weightless, in midair. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings, then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. Open the door. The door creaks open, but even you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last your sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of tulip flowers mixes with the scent of something burned. It pulls you back to that festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith, and then you see her, standing beneath the dim light, like she's been torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine, and you freeze. It takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling. Whether from fear or excitement, you can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith. She doesn't see you, bent slightly over the table, trying to light a candle, just as you remember her. Lilith, the ghost of your past, your greatest lie and sin. Where I thought I saw yeah, I saw something here. This is the moonlight of the first circade, that sweet stretch when all of Gaia drifts to sleep on Melton. But there's no more sleep for me, not anymore. So we've done choices before where we're constantly antagonizing Lilith. Let's see what would happen if we try going for choices that make her happy. Be careful, curiosity killed the cat, you know. I know what I'm signing up for here. Lilith, you're really alive. Your voice comes out weaker than you expected. Its trembling echo bounces off the rotting wood, and another lifeless question slips from your lips. How? You remember. The festival night, a warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black's crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a fiery halo. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white tulip flowers. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles, tossing her hair back. She asks the same question. White tulip flowers? How'd you find these? They overflowed from my love for you. A beautiful lie, told so well, even you believed it yourself. Same outcomes, okay.
My love.
She looks at you as if about to say something. A pained smile touches her lips. The silence hangs between you.
You finally come.
You're alive. How can this be?
I assumed you read the letter, my love? Death is far too ordinary a thing to separate us. When you left me that night, I left the boundaries of my body. Isn't that what we always sought in the end?
I wasn't the one leaving you, Lilith. You wanted this. Why did you call me here? Huh.
This isn't the time for accusations, my love. After all these years, to finally see you. Come, sit.
As the candle flame flickers, you think you see a brief shadow of hatred flash across Lilith's face, as if, beneath her skin, another face is waiting. No, I won't sit before you give me an answer. Or, sit in the chair she gestures to. The wooden dining table stands between the two chairs, layered with years of dust and the remnants of long-forgotten meals. A candle flickers at its center. Its flame shivers with every touch of wind seeping through the walls. It waits, longing to burn out and unleash what's been waiting in the dark. I thought this place would have collapsed into ruins after 5 years. It wasn't easy, and it wasn't exactly in great shape when we lived here. After that night, I was certain I had lost you forever. Let's go for this option.
As long as you remember this place, it will not fall. As long as your sketches on those wrinkled yellow pages remain, all those drawings you made so as not to forget. They hold this place together, your memories. Come, let's eat. I think you'll enjoy it.
You recall the bitter cold of the last circade. The windows are fogged, but the house is warm inside. Or perhaps it only feels that way because of her smile. You hand her a cup of hot tea and then curl up beside her under the blanket. She takes a sip, set the cup down on the side table. She wraps her arms around you. She says the tea leaves a sweet taste first, then bitter. Just like you, she adds. You don't understand at first, only smile. A strange chill follows. You never drank that tea again. Lean back.
Okay. I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you've let me to rot. It's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out the window where the moonlight falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer, after I told you that we had to become one. Our souls, my love. We had to piece our souls together and bind them with that alchemy ritual.
You expected me to pay the price for your madness, Lilith. I said no because you had decided to destroy me. I had to make a choice. Maybe I should have said yes to you that night. Perhaps everything was already fractured and I was just ignoring it. Again, let's try getting on her good side this time around instead of on her bad side like last time.
You ignored so much, like my love for you. But you're right about one thing. My love, everything was truly broken that night. You watched them take me. You betrayed me. You reported me when I spoke of the dark alchemy ritual, when I spoke of the glory that would unite our souls and crown our love. You watched my blood spill, my screams drown, watched me disappear beneath the black water, and then you simply moved on, ignored my annihilation.
Look away. The woman's hand holding the fork trembles. She turns toward you, her face darkening with hatred, fury, and something so dark that even I cannot name. Her skin ripples as if tiny creatures were crawling beneath, but you can't be sure if it's real or just a trick of the flickering candlelight. Then, as suddenly as it appeared, the moonlight passes. Lilith slowly leans back. Alright, hang on, let me check what... Alright, just making sure. Just making absolutely sure that it's still recording. I suppose even the gods can't mend what's broken inside you, Lilith. I suppose I owe you this much.
Tonight, you'll repay your debt by remembering, confronting, just like me. Love doesn't exist only in happiness. True love, my love, embraces pain as well.
Far away, something squirms beneath the green dark waters near the docks. Deep beneath Livber, the place you called home, something stirs and rises. Not with rage or hatred, but with a curiosity that's eerily human for something so inhuman. A curiosity as natural as a child tearing open a toy. And now, from Livber's filth-ridden waters, it rises toward you. Your madness will break both of us, Lilith.
It already has, my love. Just like those paintings you love so much. It's not my madness. Oh, no. It's your cowardice. Nothing more than a diseased reflection of faded memories in your mind. Like this place, like me, like you. Go on, eat. Porf meat. I cooked it the way you like it. It wasn't easy, but it melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath your tongue, you'll taste the herbs.
I never imagined porf meat could be edible.
After the festival where we first met, and that first night when you told me you loved me, we saw a porf, remember? It was magnificent. Its mane was long and beautiful. You remember, don't you, my love? Afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. You kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proud it stood. Did you really think that I could tolerate that, my love?
That first night we met, we didn't eat anything, Lilith. I think I remember. Maybe not what we ate, but feeling happy. Perhaps that's why everything afterward hurt so much.
But that's exactly why you're here, isn't it? You remember that happiness. Our feelings don't lie, my love. Yes, you're afraid anyone facing such a truth could be. But now, there's a new path for the two of us.
What path? Does this mean you've forgotten everything? You've forgotten everything we've been through?
No, my love. How could I ever forget?
Slowly, she reaches toward your hand from the other end of the table. An unsettling smile spreads across her face. That first moment
That first moment I felt you, your eyes sparkling as you looked at me. That thrill when you said we completed each other. I can't forget what we lived through. I can't forgive it either.
The woman before you lifts her fork. A crimson drop drips from the porf meat onto the porcelain plate. Right then, the skin on her hand stretches taut, tearing open to reveal the festering flesh beneath. A flap of skin, like a dead leaf, dangles lifelessly, revealing rotting, pus-filled tissue underneath. Yet, your lover seems unaware. Reach out your finger. Lilith, your hand. She reaches for your hand eagerly, but flinches upon seeing the torn skin, swiftly hiding her hand.
No, no, no. Not yet.
You gasp for air. Another cold drop of sweat trails down your spine. Your eyes dart around, seeking an escape, but there's nowhere left. All you can do is whisper. What's happening here? Are you sure you're alright?
Ah, my love. Seeing you worry about me makes me so happy. Truly. But it's nothing. Don't fret.
She moves her hand under the table. You're actually dead, aren't you? Oh, I got an achievement! Armor Fati! You think you are ready to face your past! Oh shit! Interesting.
There's no point in asking that now, my love. We should be happy now, because we don't have much time left.
I can't put up with this madness any longer. Stand up. Try to eat. As you sink your fork into the meat on your plate, you realize your hands are trembling. The pork meat still seems to be writhing. The air grows heavier and heavier. You reach for the knife beside you and try to cut it, but the moment a thick, viscous fluid oozes out from inside the meat, your stomach turns.
I put my love into it.
Her eyes lock onto you, waiting for your reaction. Put the meat in your mouth. You're chewing something sweet and soft. It's cool, even blissful. For a moment you feel calm, as though everything is truly okay. But then the meat feels as if it's sprouting thorns, and pain blooms across every part of your mouth. What you're crushing between your teeth hardens, forming a crust. It burns, it cuts, it moves, it twists into something alive, writhing as if giving up its final breath right there inside your mouth. A slick, slithering thing coils beneath your tongue and along your palate. Swallow. What the hell is a por? If you swallowed the pork meat, yes, consumed it. I got an achievement for that. The piece of meat sliding down your throat thrashes wildly in your chest as it tries to force its way back up. You feel your throat tighten, your eyes tearing up. With one final swallow, it's over. A strange emptiness opens up inside you.
Look, do you see? That's the taste of my love. My love. For you. Only for you. No more running now. We must accept it. We must accept each other. Accept that we cannot live apart. We must become one. Our creation. That's why it matters. Our creation, Lilith? I mean, we didn't create anything we couldn't have. Say nothing, just nod to the cannon. What? The cannon? What do I even choose here? What happens if I do select, just nod to the cannon? Now there's a part of me inside you too, my love. You can feel the warmth spreading through you, can't you? Do you see more clearly now why we have to become one now?
Your mouth goes dry. The meat on your plate glistens, juicy and full of love. Eat another piece. No, you have to stop this. It has to end. Okay, let's try branching off here.
You think you have a choice? In the end, the union we'll reach stands above everything, my love. Just like our creation.
The dust-coated piece of meat in the center of the porcelain plate seems to writhe with expectation. If you take another piece, you feel you might truly become part of the creation Lilith keeps speaking of. What have you done, Lilith?
I'm taking you to the thing you always dreamed of but never dared to want. My love, the grand unification, the crystal path beyond the never-all. There we'll see what true togetherness means.
I have to get out of here.
There's no need to run, my love. We're here now, in that place we've always familiar with. The place where we were together. But if you want to leave, come. You're ready to see it now.
Gripping the edge of the chair, you stand up with great effort. Slowly, she approaches you. Though your eyes darken, you can still see the manic grin on Lilith's face. She reaches out her hand toward you. Take her hand or don't take her hand. Don't take her hand.
There's no need for denial anymore. You're trying to swim against the current. You're trying to rewrite your memories. It's useless. Everything will happen as they're meant to.
She hooks her arm through yours and pushes your body deeper into the house. Your feet stumble over thick books and scattered parchment on the floor. From between piles of books, a drawing falls to the ground. A drawing of yours. It depicts a door. Before you can study it further, Lilith yanks you away. You never knew she could be this strong. Where are you taking me?
To the place where everything finds meaning.
Your heavy, shuffling steps press down on floorboards, groaning under the weight of years. At last, you stop in front of the low door you remember leading to the basement. Cold, damp air rushes through the door's barely open crack, striking your face. I don't want to go down to the basement, Lilith. Get me outside right now. Why did we come here?
You'll find the way out from here, my love. Down below, and maybe at the end of it all, you'll want to come back to me.
The ancient... Oh, whoops. The ancient iron lock of the basement door unlatches. The thick wooden door creaks. As you push it open, something else mixes into the smell of dampness and rot. The foul decay of things that should have long been dead. Hands behind you gently push you into the darkness. Look at Lilith. Step through the threshold. Look at Lilith. As you step across the threshold, you glance back at Lilith. The woman's crazed eyes look like they're about to burst from her skull as she stares at you. Her skin cracks open, peeling away with a pus-soaked texture. You reflexively try to recoil, and the darkness wraps its hands around you. I fall. Odiet intelligo quere edi facilam fortasse recrius noceo sed fieri sentio et pietas sum. Oh, Act 2! Echoes Deep Within. In the dark, you pause a moment. Your mind strains to grasp what this is. Lilith, food, creation, the dust and creak of boards mingle with your hurried breath beneath your feet, stairs descending. Where am I? Try to examine your surroundings. The basement. Could I find a way out through the basement? Lilith's creation. It was herself, wasn't it? Gods. What was that thing I saw? A frenzy heavy with hysteria, and perhaps the dreadful wrath of one returned from death. The madness of a soul trapped in an endless loop. How can you ever know what truth is anymore? What I just lived through was real. Few who face such dread believe it was real. Perhaps this time that belief will be what frees you from this basement. Where am I? Try to examine your surroundings. The basement. Could I find a way out through the basement? Where am I? Try to examine your surroundings. When the basement door closed, you felt yourself pulled into the void. Now, beneath your feet, wooden steps leading down. The basement. Could I find a way out through the basement? Once on a sunlit morning of the first circad, you saw Yell descend these very basement stairs. You followed after, finding her scratching at a hollow in the corner. When you drew near, you saw it was a hatch opening outwards, old, broken hinges, rusted. When Lilith saw it, she grew fearful. Could I use this hatch? You could try. In the end, do you have another choice? I could wait here. Do I remember what it looked like? I could wait here. You cannot wait here. In the dark amidst the dust and nothingness, there's only madness for you. You must choose. You must descend. I don't know what lurks in the basement. Should I go? I should go back up. Return to the house. Go upstairs. There's no choice but to go down. I might need to find a hatch and escape. Go down. What happens if I go back upstairs? You think returning to the house where you felt Lilith's dread might be wise. You began climbing upward. The narration fractures. Perhaps you should turn back. No, I must go up. Keep climbing the stairs. The stairs grow steeper. Turn back. In the dark, there is nothing but your breath quickening. The tortured cries of the boards. Nothing, never all and beyond. You cannot tell how much time has passed. Keep climbing. The climb becomes a ritual of the unknown. From the graves dead are rising. You reach your hand, dragging your body upward. Sometimes you rest, gathering breath. In the pale light of the moon, faces fade and tongues wither. Finally, you see a light above you. Silvery light seeps through the cracks between the boards. Get closer. In the ceiling, a white ship sails the night, and in the froth of the sea blooms a white flowered garden. You see a hatch. Damp soil stings your nostrils. From the grave, dead arise. Open the hatch. As you wrench the hatch open, wet earth cascades upon you. Let the hatches open, and let the soil drown you. Choke, choke, choke. The dirt floods your mouth as you fight for breath. Let the falling earth consume you, drown, and let the dead be born again. What is happening? Where the wild tulip grow, you found the attic. Oh shit! This is different. Yeah. You force your head above the surface. Your mouth is packed with earth, like one risen from the grave, or a newborn child. You gulp a breath, then cough it back up. Where?
Look around. Focus on your breathing. I'm gonna focus on my breathing. Ooh, that's pretty!
Yes. Focus on your breath. Draw in the sweetness of the tulip blossoms. So familiar, is it not?
Tulip?
Yes, the soil from which you crawled, like a corpse reborn, like a newborn child. It fills the floor, and in it, countless white tulip blossoms.
I knew Lilith loved tulip flowers, but climb out of the soil and look around. Reach for the closest flower. Climb out of the soil and look around.
With great effort, you drag your body free, waist rising from the earth. When you've caught your breath and glance about, you see the flowers crushed beneath your palms, their white petals turned gray. On the walls, empty frames stand, no wind, no sound.
Reach for the frame, reach for the flower. Reach for the flower.
As you lean to the flower, you see its white petals wither swiftly. They feel like the parchment skin of the aged gray and frail, yet at the root where it clings to earth, something lies beneath.
What is it? Dig the soil. Keep looking at the flower. What is it? Dig the soil.
When you dig around the root, when you dig around the root, your hand strikes something white and hard.
What is it?
Yes, what you suspected. Keep digging, you'll find it.
Keep digging the soil.
As you claw at the soil, you uncover a withered skull. The flower bursting from its mouth. Around it gleam strands of golden hair, untouched and by decay. And all around, the flowers shrivel, shedding their leaves. Whispers rise around you.
Check the soil beneath the other flowers. How do I leave this place? Let's check the soil.
To your left, you scrape at the roots of a blossom turned black. Its petals yellow with pus. The flower has sprouted from the open mouth of a corpse. Its skin clinging tight to bone. Golden hair veils its eyes. Worms writhe, frantic, for the clean air.
Gods, Lilith, what have you done? Each one is you, my love. Each one was you. From you, I fashioned new beauty. Where are you, Lilith? I am everywhere, in every leaf that rots and falls to your touch.
As the petals fall, the whispers form words. Still on your knees, you jolt at a tremor rising from the depths. Something boils upward, beneath the earth, grinding against the walls.
How do I escape this place?
Your gaze sweeps the room. Nothing. Save a window smeared with dust.
Could there be a passage beneath the soil, a way through, like the one I entered? Dig the soil, move toward the window. Why struggle, my love? From your body, new beauty shall bloom. Do not fear, my voice rises in every leaf. And you call this beauty? Shout.
Does your madness know no bounds, Lilith? Dig the soil.
Of course. Through your lips, with you, I rise, beloved. What could be more beautiful than this? Save our creation. Look at the flowers.
No, Lilith, I will escape this place. I will be free of your delirium. Dig the soil, look at the flowers. Dig the soil. At last your nails scrape against the floor. You claw wider, but find no sign of a door. And then, the house itself shudders from its roots. A crack opens in the boards. It grows and grows, and in its depths of blue light, a blue light glimmers. Jump into the crevice, look at the flowers. Jump into the crevice. You leap into the crevice and are instantly seized by a violent gust of wind. After a fall that feels short yet disorienting, you crash face first onto the cold stone floor. The damp scent, the moss-covered walls, and that deep, acrid stench, so heavy it teeters on the edge of nausea. All of it feels strangely familiar. You are in the basement, drowned in blue lights. So I was meant to descend into the roots of the house, wasn't I? The ones buried in the soil. What were those bodies? There's no other way out of here. You must keep going. Alright then, where am I? Brush yourself off. Where is this blue light coming from? Oh, we're here again! Oh boy. As you look around carefully, you notice florid crystals embedded between the walls. They emit a faint blue glow from within, casting a dim halo around them. I must take a closer look, examine the crystal. As you move closer, you realize the crystal hasn't emerged organically from between the stones. It was placed there with clear intent. It's been faceted to make the most of the liquid within, where tiny glowing particles rise and fall, swirling in motion. It resembles an attempt to recreate the blue ATP marbles, crafted by the mechanic alchemists living among Tyrolin's gears and cogs. But this is a crude imitation of their system. ATP. The energy charge that fills the Ren spheres upon which Gaia's economy is built. These spheres power everything that requires energy, from trade to mechanicas. Tyrolin. The nation where ATP marbles, Gaia's base energy, and currency units are peculiarly produced. How could Tyrolin's mechanic alchemists have ended up here? Lilith once talked about her father studying in Tyrolin, but she also said he never finished his training, that his work had opened the door to something dark. Maybe these are his works. Examine your surroundings. You brush yourself off and take a look around you. His stone walls are damp, covered in moss. When you listen closely, you can hear waves crashing with full force against the cliff beyond the walls. Knowing that there's still a world outside, it brings a small sense of comfort. Continue. On the wall to your right, two circular figures are drawn. Lines have been etched between them, as if refusing their unions, scrawled over with hatred. Beneath the crystal, a wooden table stands on the verge of collapse. A broken, dust-covered frame sits on top. On the floor lie the melted remains of a candle and the torn pieces of a blood-soaked notebook. When you lift your head, you see two doors standing still in the wall ahead. I have to get out of here. At the end of this place, there must be a way, a passage to the cellar hatch outside. There has to be. Look at the doors. Look at the doors. You nudge aside the scattered books, the shredded parchments, the splintered wood with your foot, and approach the doors. On the left stands a rusted iron door, worn by the weight of years. An ancient symbol, long since stripped of meaning, is carved upon it. The other is hewn from heavy, damp timber, creaking softly, as though it were breathing. Alright, so we went with the wooden door last. What happens if we do the metal door? As your hand grazes the metal, the tang of iron fills your nostrils, along with a memory flooding back into your mind. On a rain-drenched night, you had washed here, into this very house, kissing the wet strands of Lilith's hair, and in that kiss, the sour tang of her skin mingled with the sharp, rusted stench of blood. It was a memory you had tried to bury, one you could never forget. Open the door. Alright. Is this the same place as before? When you open the iron door, a sour stench of sweat and rot greets you. Fearing Lilith might be following you, you slip inside and shut the door quickly behind you. You look around. Like the room before this, like the room before. This one too is shrouded in the eerie halo of blue light cast by the crystal embedded in the wall. The air quivers with anticipation, and then a voice.
Do you remember me?
Who are you?
Who I am? I mean, I don't remember who I was, but, what I know.
When you turn toward the voice, you see a young woman standing motionless in the corner of the room, her skin clinging tightly to bone. If not for her eyes bright and piercing deep into your soul under the pale light, you might have mistaken her for a still silhouette of a statue. But then, she tilts her head just slightly, and in that moment, you see it more clearly. There's something in the woman's eyes, something you once knew, something you once loved. Look closely.
Wait a bit, I know you. At last. She remade me, from start to finish. Yes.
What? Who did this? Was it Lilith? No, I didn't want this. Lilith, when she said our creation, she was talking about you? You wish it were so. You want this madness to end soon. You see Lilith's strange game come to an end, but no. This isn't the creation Lilith spoke of. This is a personal experiment of hers. What she has in store for you is something very different.
Shh! Don't say it! If you say her name, she'll come. The young woman, hearing Lilith's name, she presses herself against the wall. She pulls her shoulders tight inward, eyes fixed on the door behind you as she speaks. I had to be good. I mean, beautiful. I had to be, yes.
What? When she pulls back, the crystal's light shows her more clearly. A scar begins beneath her neck and runs forward past her ears, reaching up to her hair roots. The skin of her face is pulled taut, as if cut apart and stitched back together along those marks. The fingers she wraps around her arms are thin, long, as if filed down, extended, and altered. The woman before you looks like someone who has been worked on endlessly, reshaped piece by piece, since childhood. How could she do this?
The young woman The young woman looks at you from where she had crouched down by the wall. For a moment, the twisted smile on her face reminds you of Lilith. For you, to create you, and of course, to love you. Lilith, I loved you for who you were. Are you her? Did Lilith steal your body and soul? But my lady told me if I stay pretty, I'd always be loved. That's what she said. She said... The young woman hesitates for but a moment. She tries to furrow her brows, but the skin stretched over her face won't let her. But I got pretty, then I... yes. Fit to a T. You don't need to be sad anymore. You're not sure if there's anything else you could say. What words are there for someone curled in a corner, experimented on, reshaped and tortured for who knows how long? Alright. Will I see my mom now? Will I see her? Her eyes glaze over as she tilts her head slightly. You can see her body start to tense. And why? And why? Why is my ace still cold inside? I'll do everything I can to help you see your mother again, whatever it takes to get you out of here. You can't even get out of here yourself. You don't know the way, so you have no idea how you'll do that. But in this circumstances, the poor soul standing before you, like a shell with a shattered mind, this feels like the only thing you should say. Can you blame yourself for that? Leave? No, I can't. Lady, you'll find me. I can't go. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll come. She presses herself even tighter against the wall. You can see the terror in her eyes. Listen, you have to escape. Do you understand me? She's using you. Do you know the way out? There has to be a cellar door leading us. I need to get you out of here. Approach. You don't love me. Lie. If you loved me, you wouldn't run. You wouldn't leave. You'd stay. I love there. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. We can escape. Do you understand me? I'll stay here. You'll come back. You'll love me. You'll come. She no longer hears you, curled up against the wall, hands over her ears. This hollow shell just rocks back and forth, murmuring that you'll come back, that one day you'll love her. The chains wrapped around her neck are drawn so tight, no force could ever free her from this place. There might be something in this room that can help me. Examine the surroundings. I'll need to find a way out of this room. Alright, that can help me. Moisture and moss cover the walls. In the left corner of the room lies a bed. Its sheets are stained with blood, urine, and pus. Atop it sits a cloth doll. The floor is decayed, scored and battered, as though someone had dragged things, slammed them down. Against the wall before you rests a rusted metal table, its surface scattered with shards of broken mirrors. In front of it, a chair has collapsed, its legs bent, brown stains coated so thoroughly you can hardly guess what its original color was. Is the ragdoll yours? Look at the toy. I'll stay here. You'll come back. You'll love me. You'll come. The doll is in shambles, stained with black blotches. Its eyes long since gouged out. One arm dangles loose. Its fabric looks like it's been torn open and stitched back together, again and again, in different places. The padding that once gave its head shape, has been entirely removed. Patches of mismatched cloth were sewn haphazardly across its body.
Lying lifeless on the bed, the ragdoll is a reflection in a crude replica of the woman murmuring to herself by the wall. Maybe this belongs to you. Place the doll beside the young woman.
You'll love me. Come back.
Her eyes turn to you for a brief moment as her trembling hands take the doll. Her murmuring stops. You can feel she wants to thank you, but it seems she forgot how to say those words a long, long time ago. Welcome. You turn your gaze back to the room. Under the crystal's glow, the metal table shimmers faintly. On the far wall, two doors catch your eye, like the moss-covered walls around them. They're tinged with an unsettling shade of green. There might be something interesting on the table. Approach the table. Without examining the table, head toward the doors. As you move closer, you realize the glimmer you saw did not come from the table, but from the mirror shard scattered across it. The shard's rightful place is a frame hanging on the wall. In the blue light, your gaze turns to the frame, whose edges are carved with meticulous care, almost as if ready to move. Its glass had once been held together, but has burst outward from the center, as though someone inside had tried to break free. On the lower corner of the table lie dried, bloody fingerprints. Is there anything in the mirror that catches my attention? You step closer to examine the mirror. The shards scattered across the table and floor, stained with blood, reflect dozens of twisted, warped, and deformed versions of yourself. They stare back at you with disgust, as if they're loathing the fact that they bear your face from the mirror's silver side. You feel ashamed, but being yourself, having this face, fear makes you take a step back. There's no reflection here. There's no reflection here I want to see. Step back. Just a reflection, just my own face, nothing to be afraid of. Reach out toward one of the broken mirror shards. You pick up one of the broken shards under the pale light. A small shadow passes behind the silvering. Your trembling hands bring the blood-stained mirror shard to the eye level. You see your own reflection. What did you expect? Tired, with dark circles under your eyes. A frightened face. Eyes that can't tell what's real or not. And golden blonde hair. But then, in the blink of an eye, Lilith's eyes appear, wide open in terror, filled with all the anger and hatred. Eyes that seem like they could emerge from the other side of the mirror. You drop the shard in fear. It shatters into dozens of pieces on the floor. Lilith's eyes watch you from behind each fragment. I have to get out of here. You turn toward the doors. One looks old at first glance. Its wood is dark brown, fading to gray in places, cracks and mildewed with time. There's no visible handle, only a notch in the frame, worn smooth not by force but by habit. The other is newer by comparison, but it's not the honest kind of new, more like something rotten, polished up and presented as good as new. Its wood is pale, grainless, unnatural. In its center sits a silver knob. Let's go with the newer door. When you touch the silver knob, it feels like there's nothing in your palm at all. Your fingers can't quite sense what they're holding. It unsettles you so much that instead of letting go, you grip it even tighter. The tighter you hold, the more your wrist aches. This isn't a mistake. This knob was made exactly this way, to not make you feel anything. Even though something knots in your stomach, you push the knob. Open the door. Is there gonna be any difference in here? The door opens without resistance inside. It's a little brighter. Metal tables are scattered across the room, each layered with dried blood. On the floor, small pools of urine and pus mingle with damp stone, releasing an unbearable stench. And in the midst of it all, hang bodies on chains from ceiling rotten, hollowed out, left on hooks to be forgotten. Oh, Keenan.
Who dares disturb my century-long slumber? The voice sounds as if it's scraping its way out of a throat that shouldn't still be alive.
Who are you?
I'm over here. Come closer. I don't bite. Well, I'm kidding, of course. I bite, but right now that's not really an option. I'm a bit tied up, you see. The thing before you is a body without its lower half. Another of Lilith's experiments. Its arms are chained to the ceiling, a hook driven through its shoulders. Its head, lolling onto its left shoulder, watches you with curiosity. It doesn't take long to notice that one of its eye sockets is empty. You, how can you talk? I guess it's because I'm the one meant to talk. Others are. He gesture weakly toward the other bodies hanging from hooks. The chains clink and rattle with the motion. Not exactly the chatty type, sadly. So all the babbling's left to me. But I owe my life to this deed. You don't seem all that surprised to see me. No one ever is. So who are you, or were? Ah, now that's a good question. I've been meaning to ask myself the same thing every night for the last 3 years. I was someone once, yes, but it didn't last long because the last time that someone opened their eyes, Lilith was staring back at them, and then, bam! From that moment on, I was forced to choose between being someone or merely looking like someone. Which one did you choose? It feels familiar. The only difference is my choices have always been made by others. Which one did you choose? Guess. His face falls blank, head drooping to one side, lips pressed into a straight line. At last he speak. I chose to look like someone because being someone meant making choices of my own, and I have nothing other than what's given to me. Not anymore, anyways. Lilith doesn't show mercy to anything she creates. She consumes them until nothing is left but a shell. But you're different from the others, aren't you? Gesture toward the other bodies. Ha! Your observation skills are truly remarkable. The others weren't exactly talkative. They couldn't give voice to the parts you've kept locked away. I guess I was a bit more useful in the end. They were Lilith's creations, but me? You created me. I didn't create you, Corpse. You're a product of Lilith's twisted ideas. Corpse, am I? Big words for someone who burned their whole self down 5 years ago, Golden Boy. It lifts its head toward you, and the chains rattle faintly. Look at me. You've come to the complicated part, so listen carefully. You think it was Lilith who made me, and you're not entirely wrong. She pulled at my flesh, cut and carved me, gouged out my eye. True, but who do you think gave her the material to work with? Lilith pulled me out of her happiest moment. What filled in the rest were the things you never said. What created in me were the things you never dared to make, Golden Boy. And what will kill me? Well, you are. Kill you? You're already dead? Well now, that one was new. I didn't know you could break my heart like that. Come closer. Let me show you what's been keeping me alive. Approach. Alright then, here we go. Hold out your palm a little more. Yes, do not drop it. Ugh, I really hate this part. Put out your hands.
As you stand directly in front of the corpse, the stench becomes almost unbearable. Inside his empty eye socket, you catch a faint glimmer, something shimmering. Then the body starts to retch and convulse. He grips his chains tightly as something thick rises up his throat. At last, a dark reddish fluid oozes from his mouth, and he vomits onto your outstretched hand. A mouthful of thick, warm bile fills your open palm, but within that heavy heat, there's something there. God damn! Give me a second to catch my breath. Ugh. It's never easy coughing up the things Lilith stuffed inside me. Here you go, golden boy. Pretty sure this belongs to you. What's that? A crystal. Unformed, still translucent? Something you once said when you truly believed you loved Lilith. A memory. Your greatest joy. And your greatest lie. That feeling clung to Lilith. She took it and turned it into a ritual. Shaped it. And made it something else. Which memory is this? You watch as the corpse's breath slows. The single eye sunken into its skull begins to dim, fading softly. A faint, genuine smile forms across its face. It can no longer speak. Look at the crystal. As you wipe your hand clean, the round, translucent crystal is revealed. Veins pulse across its surface with a blue energy throbbing like a living tissue. Inside the orb, a vision takes shape. You feel Lilith's warm body against yours, the softness of her lips pressing into you. Her fingers threading through your hair, her breath, hot and immediate. Against your neck, your body trembles. You're biting, tearing, devouring each other, consuming until nothing remains between you. And in that moment, you're whole, truly complete. Your bodies dissolve into one another. And you touch the essence at the core of Lilith's being. Then your lips press to hers. You begin to speak. I'll never let you go, my love. I will love you forever, Lilith. The crystal shatters into your hand, a sharp flash, and then thousands of tiny fragments scattered across the room. The corpse before you slips free from its chains, crashing into the pool of fetid, pus-laced water below. With one last effort, he turns his face toward you. I said the things you couldn't. Now the words are yours. Golden boy, break free from your chains. Unlock them. We'll meet again very soon. The corpse looks at you, that same faint smile still on his face. The silence in the room deafens. Now I'll also carry the things you can no longer say. Close the corpse's eye. The corpse doesn't respond to your touch. In this stillness, it looks almost like it's fallen into a peaceful, restful sleep. I better find a way out of here. As you return to searching the room, you feel something settle over you. A sense of expectation. The lifeless bodies strewn across the chamber are watching you. On the wall to your right, you see two distinct doors, once again. The first door is sealed with rusted chains, but the chains aren't locked together. They merely hang there, as if they tried to hold something back, and failed. The other door stands slightly ajar. Beyond it, nothing but darkness. No light, no life. Okay, now I'm gonna try going for the ajar door again. But this time, I'm curious to know what would happen if we do end up defying the narrative. All right, I'll be right behind you. Okay, approach the ajar door. As you draw closer, the stench hits you harder, so foul it turns your stomach beyond the gap. There is no light, no sound, no life. And yet, as you near the door, you begin to feel something. A smile from a face you don't know. A name you've never heard. Yet somehow remember, there's a longing there, vast, unspeakable, older than words, and deeper than memory. Open the ajar door and step into the darkness. The rusted hinges wail as the door creaks open. In the shadows of the chamber beyond, you feel something waiting for you. A cold bead of sweat trails from your nape down your neck, down your back. The light behind you is weak, yet just strong enough to pierce the smothering dark. But this pale glow shows you only what you were never meant to see. Is it too late to go back? And then, that moment, your foot sinks into something soft, yet threaded with something hard. You do not want to turn your head, believe me. You do not want to see what rides beneath your steps. What is it that I stepped on? Look at your foot. Alright, thinking what could be worse than talking corpses or young woman experimented on, you lower your gaze. Beneath your feet lies a crushed face. With your step, you've ground a rotted, liquefied eyes, cartilage, and skull into pulp with tremendous force. Around your heel, fragments of teeth and jawbone jut out like white pearls. From the eye sockets and ears, you see insects scurrying away. What is this place? What remains of you? Lilith's experiments that went wrong while she tried to create you. Those who could not bear their silence nor their chained-up thoughts. These bodies, each one of them was someone, wasn't it? There are so many of them, how could Lilith have found this many people? A meaningless detail. We don't have time to dwell on it. You notice a light seeping out from beneath the door directly across the room. The thought strikes you. You need to get out of this place at once. Now this is where it's gonna be different. You're right. I must go on. Head for the door. Yes, very good. Let's continue. You carefully make your way through the dead bodies. None of them are in any state to rise and seize you. Yet, you're not allowed to take that risk. Step by step, you draw closer to the door. There's no need to look down. Look straight ahead. There you go. With every step, the door comes nearer. I can't see a thing. Keep moving. It doesn't matter. You don't need to see. There's nothing here that can harm you now. Just a handful of bloated corpses. Simply do as I say. Step a little more to the left. I must reach the door. I must get out of here. Take a step. Exactly. Keep breathing. There is nothing rubbing against your foot and grabbing you by the ankle. You notice that too, don't you, Caelum? Yeah. It's trying to get us to defy the narrative again. Let's keep going though. Of course. Exactly. Keep breathing. There is nothing rubbing against your foot or grabbing you by the ankle. Don't look down. Focus on the door in front of you. You are moving forward step by step. Stay calm. We will get out of here. I must keep going. Keep moving. Despite all the horror and fear, you start moving. With each step, the door draws closer. It feels as if the room itself is shrinking, urging you to reach it. Just a little more. The moment you stretch out your hand, you'll open the door. Don't look back. Something is pulling me back. Look behind you. All right, I'll open the door. This is the best for you. Open the door. All right, we're now in new territory. You open the door. What greets you is neither the whisper of the dead nor darkness. It's a warm room lit by amber tones, filled with a pleasant scent, a familiar scent. Notes of phenolin dance with the resonance breath of lucine. For a moment, your nose stings and your eyes well up. You know the smell. The Winds of Fate, you found the man who writes to change his fate. I just got an achievement. Right in front of you stands an old wooden table. Scattered pages lie around it, along with small alembics and chemical traces. And someone is there. A woman, a very old woman. Her golden hair streaked with gray is tied up in a bun at the back of her head. At the hearth built into the wall, she stirs something inside a glass bowl. She doesn't seem to notice you. Slip inside quietly and watch what she's doing. You step inside carefully and quietly. The old woman's hunched back is turned towards you. From the counter just to the left of the hearth, she takes a powder and adds it to the mixture. A hiss rises from the glass bowl. The woman waits, then lets out a sigh. What is she trying to do? Some kind of mixture, judging by the ingredients. Advanced alchemical formulas. Vials of Newton and Dopin sit on the counter, but the real matter isn't on the counter. Look at the floor. A volatile mixture prepared by only by master alchemists. A blue frigid cluster of mist that freezes whatever it touches. It is generally stored within pressurized vessels. Dopin, an alchemical substance that induces happiness but carries a high risk of addiction. What's on the floor? I hope this isn't the alchemy Lilith believes would bind our souls. What's on the floor? Some kind of a circle. It looks like a map, inscribed with alchemical formulas and symbols. A map of what? You can't tell, even for you. This is an advanced alchemical formula. Maybe if you see what the woman is stirring, you could figure something out. Move a little closer to get a look at the mixture of the hearth. What are you doing here? Her hand reaching for a powder at her side halts in midair. The image of her hunched back slowly gives way to her face. A warm smile spreads across it. The dark circles under her eyes and the wrinkles reveal her age.
Ah, a guest. Welcome, young man. My name is Leia. Forgive me. No one's come here in a very long time. Come, sit.
She gestures to the chair in front of the wooden table. Thanks, I'm fine standing. Remain standing. Thank you. Sit on a chair.
You must be tired. I'm sure it's been a long journey for you.
As you let go of the tension your muscles have held for so long, you feel the ache rising from your calves. In this warm room filled with familiar scents, you realize for the first time just how exhausted you are. You are tired, Elbeck, truly tired, but you have no time to rest. Don't forget why you came here. You are searching for a cellar hatch, the way to freedom. Yes, I'm tired.
You can rest here, darling, for as long as you like.
Are you an alchemist? She lifts her gaze from the papers for a moment.
Yes, I used to be.
Used to? She returns to the hearth, pouring a blue powder she's warmed over the naked flame into a vessel.
I had an accident long ago. My laboratory burned.
We could end the conversation here. Don't ask how the accident happened. I assume define the narrative into like just in general is just gonna lead to ending number 2. So, but that didn't stop you from working?
Yes, it didn't. But I can't say I carried on of my own will.
What do you mean?
After that accident, guilt never left you alone. You always imagine me standing at an alchemy bench, unburned, never drowned by the sea. You were 7 years old. No 7 years old should have regrets, yet you did. If only I had never entered that laboratory. If only I had never touched the mixture on the hearth. If only that violent explosion had never happened.
What's happening here? What are you talking about?
What I mean, darling, is this. Sometimes you have to lose, and then you might have to let go. You cannot carry the weight of the past forever.
Wait a second, wait. How could you know my mother died in such an explosion? Oh, shit! Wait a second, wait.
There's no need to worry, darling. None of this was ever your fault. You don't have to keep living with this guilt.
So what are you suggesting? That I should just let it all go, run away, and pretend to be happy as if nothing happened? Unless you're... Now that's the most sensible thing you've said so far. We need to escape. It's not a bad idea at all. Ask her where the cellar hatch is. Haven't we seen enough death and corpses for one day?
Run away? Well, if that's what you want, I'm only telling you to lay down the burden on your shoulders. The day your mother died in the laboratory, it wasn't your fault.
Those are kind words. Thank you. But I don't want to hear any more about death and loss. Just tell me where the cellar hatch is and I'll go. Exactly. We can't let this woman, with her familiar scents, her soft voice, and her smile, dig any deeper into our mind. I know this woman, don't I? Yes, we must not forget our purpose. But we must not forget our purpose.
Ah, you mean the door that opens outside, don't you, darling? Well then, this way.
Ah, yes, you're on the right path. This is what will carry the story forward and keep you within it. You don't want to leave here. Something's wrong. Is it really that easy? When we get out of here, will I be free again? Of course, of course, of course. The winds and the waves just keep going. The woman walks toward the wall on your left. She cracks open the alchemy cabinet. A warm breeze stirs her hair. You see a single tear roll down her cheek.
I hope you find what you're looking for on the other side, my son.
Oh. The moment that you step into the alchemy cabinet, you fall into a kind of void. Warm winds swirl around you, and once again you find yourself wondering when you'll finally hit the ground. I'm falling again. Was this how it was meant to be? Sedibus ut ociltam placitas in morte cliscam. I hope I said that correctly. Act 3, the 65th month. Now, in your interrupted fall, a metallic taste burns in your throat. Blood and rust mingle with the air you breathe. Beneath your hands, where there is damp warmth, as though something has come alive. Where am I?
At the beginning of your salvation, and, of course, at the end of all things. Do you see it? You climb now. Your nails are clawing at the rotten boards, yet beneath them something's writhe. In the darkness, there a pale light flickers, the light that will grant you freedom. For the story to end, and for you to awaken, you need one final crescendo. Move towards the light. You think you are moving forward. You think the story has forced this upon you. But do not despair, it was never about choices. God. That's what we keep going through, don't we, Caelum? You're right about that. And then what? It was about letting go. Approach the light. You crawl across rotting boards that resemble living flesh. The pale light in the darkness grows ever stronger. At last its edge takes the form of an arched doorway. Great, another door. Pass through the threshold. Great, another door. This is no mere door. It is a threshold, shaped by the weight of memories. Pass through the threshold. As you cross the threshold, the light sears your eyes, and then you find yourself inside the house again. The house where you once waited in the rain at the door, where Lilith insisted you eat, where you believed your memories alone kept standing. But this is not that house. This is the remnants of it. Everything is paler, grayer. The cracked walls have partly collapsed, their beams jutting out like bones from a broken limb. The windows quiver like taut skin. Oh shit. And right before you, upon the table, bathed in silvery moonlight, lies a body. Around it, in the chairs, sit three figures, three familiar people. A young woman, a corpse cut below a waist, and an old woman. You? Ah, right on time. Come on then, come on then, golden boy, come. We've kept the finest part for you. You, how did you get here? Weren't you supposed to be downstairs? Downstairs? What are you babbling? With a feast such as this, why would we do drowsy downstairs? Won't you join us? But just now, I left you downstairs, didn't I? Mother?
What? Downstairs? Yes, we were there. Because you were there. In those rooms, in that darkness. You wandered through your guilt. But now you've overcome it, haven't you?
Examine your surroundings. It matters not where I am, no more than it matters where I have overcome. I no longer understand where I am. Ah, don't be so dull, golden boy. You're here now. And that is enough. Even I am here, you see?
As the man cut below waist, slumped in the air, struggles to raise his arms, the chains clash. The weight in the air presses down upon you.
Lady, she said you'd do us one last favor.
What kind of favor?
She said take love and eat the rest. All of it. She said Here, look.
You move slowly toward the corpse gleaming in the moonlight. Your gaze drifts to her clothes, to her hair blazing with the fiercest crimson. Lilith. Her body is motionless. From her neck down through her chest and torso, wrung jagged fissures, as if something had torn its way out from within. Her face has been flayed away, leaving bone and festering flesh exposed. What have you done? This is the right step toward the unification Lilith spoke of.
Finally! You said it. But do not fall into the delusion that this is death, my child. It is only a merciful release. A sundering being filled with love.
As you look at Lilith lying on the table, even you can scarcely believe the thoughts taking root in your mind. But you have witnessed this scene before. In your dreams among the house's rotting boards, those at the table do not look at each other. Their eyes are fixed on the pieces upon their plates. I don't understand. This never-ending search in the depths of meaning and memory, hasn't it always been what pulled you along? The answer you seek waits upon the plates before them. Get closer. Look at the young woman's plate. The stitch marks on her face are even more pronounced now. She tries not to she tries not to crack, to pour out what is inside, just like Lilith. Your eyes drift to the young woman's plate. Upon it lies a thin, bloodied strip of skin, folded, carefully placed.
Seems you never seen me.
She pushes the strip of skin toward you. But this is your face, right? Take the skin. I suppose it was me who wanted to see you like this. Don't take the skin. Okay.
I think so. My face, my body changed so much. I don't know what's mine anymore. You? How do others know you?
With trembling hands, you take the folded skin she offers. It is heavier than you expected, and still warm. You slowly unfold it. It resembles a mask, peeled from Lilith's face. Empty eye sockets stare back at you. I couldn't love you as you were. I'm sorry. I don't know. Does it truly matter how others see me? The young woman reaches out her hands. Her long skeletal fingers graze yours. When you notice her curious gaze, you see a strip of skin drooping from her hairline, as though another face lies atop her own. A kind of mask peeled like the one in your hand, yet crudely set back onto her skin.
The lady doesn't need an apology. Yours, I do.
Now I'll know you. Remove the mask from the young woman's face. Mine? Touch your own face. Now I'll know you. Remove the mask from the young woman's face. You step closer as your hand reaches toward the skin stretched from her chin to her hairline. The young woman flinches just for a moment, yet her eyes never leave yours. Her expression remains fixed, as though carved into place.
Will you like what you find?
This isn't you. Let me help. Pull the skin. It doesn't matter anymore. Reach for her face. This isn't you, let me help. The flesh in your hands grows slick with blood. Each time you try to grasp the loose skin with your greasy hands, the young woman's head tilts slightly backward. No matter how hard you try, the stitched-on piece keeps slipping from your fingers.
Maybe if you want to tear off a face made for you, you need to put down what you're holding.
Her gaze drifts to Lilith on the table. What?
You need to let go. That's what I mean.
Where?
Where it belongs.
Her eyes turn again to Lilith. Lilith should have at least one face I can look at. At least after her death. Place the skin on Lilith's face. I can't look at Lilith anymore. Place the skin on the table. Lilith should have at least one face I can look at least after her death. You turn to Lilith, who stares at the ceiling with her lidless eyes. Her face mottled with separating flesh. Looks even paler in the silver moonlight dripping through the broken roof. You carefully place the warm strip of skin upon her face, aligning the cut at her jaw with the start of her hairline. Disturbingly, Lilith's features come closer, whole again, almost alive, as though she might turn her eyes to you at any moment. Within you, a great terror and love bloom together.
I think you're ready to see now.
She closes her eyes and tilts her face toward you. Reach for the stitches across her face. Reach for the hanging strip of skin. Reach for the stitches across her face. You wipe your hands clumsily on your clothes, and you reach for the stitches at the roots of her hair, where the mask around her face begins. When you tug a little, the stitches come loose with a faint tear. The young woman winces in pain. Are you all right?
It doesn't hurt as much as what the lady did.
Keep pulling at the stitches.
Ah!
You pull harder as the stitches begin to tear. The mask clinging to the young woman's face rips apart, but you don't stop there. In a moment of release, every stitch along her neck, chest, stomach, and legs bursts open. Everything comes undone. The stitches patched together from different bodies and wrapped around her peel away one by one, like clothing. And when every seam is finally torn, another body emerges from within. A young boy. He bears your body, your eyes, your past. When his trembling lips part, you hear the voice of your childhood. Who am I on the inside? You find the truth about the young woman. Oh, wow. Holy shit.
Do you know who I am?
Yes. Yes, I know who you are. Embrace the boy. You sink your knees and hold the golden-haired boy. As your hands touch his back, you feel a hole. His trembling stops. He is no longer afraid. You glance at those around the table. The eyes watching you seem unaware of what has just happened. Step back. You step back. You think it is over, but it is not. It cannot. For another still awaits you. Look at the man's plate. The rings tightly bound to his wrists interlock and rise up to the darkness. They are fastened somewhere I cannot see. Golden hair falls from his forehead, one eye missing. Everything is clearer now. When I sat before Lilith, the things I could not say, I made him say them through him. As the young woman's body dissolves until only a handful of skin remains, all that you have lived and all that you might yet live flows before your eyes. Everyone, everything, just as it was meant to be. Do you feel it? Feel what? Yes, I feel the cold drought striking my face. As your true face lies buried beneath your sins. Is this possible even? But do not despair. In the darkness of the endless night, resurrection awaits you. Look before you on the plate of the man cut off at the waist, rests a bloody, congealed tongue, torn from its place. The man fixes his gaze on you, waiting at last. He speaks. We had another part in mind for you, but it seems Lilith left nothing unsaid. Unlike you, wouldn't you? He jerks his chin toward the tongue on his plate. Now it's my turn to speak. Take the tongue. What? No, I won't take my former lover's tongue. Do not take the tongue. Now it's my turn to speak. Take the tongue. Ha! So many people made me speak for so long now. After a while, I could no longer recognize my own voice. But yours, I will know. Now it's your turn, truly. You think the dead body slackens, sinking into some strange ease. The tongue in your hand feels slick and heavy. It waits for you to say something. I am sorry for everything. Oh, come on now. That scrap of tongue in your hand needs no apology, golden boy. Don't make yourself pitiful with excuses. You're hardly a paragon of virtue, are you? And no one here ever expected your apologies. What is expected is that you exist, that you be someone. Perhaps my fleeing should end. Perhaps I should cut aside apologies and become myself. When I left you in that room, I thought I had done this already. The chains spilled at the man's feet clatter softly. Their sound echoes through the rotting walls and falls before you. Come closer, golden boy. Come closer and tell us. When you truly are yourself, what will you say? I won't carry anymore. Step closer and unbind the chains clasping his wrists. Stop speaking for me. Stay where you are. I won't carry you anymore. Step closer and unbind the chains clasping his wrists. You approach. The man cut off at the waist sits twisted in his chair. Black sludge dripping from where his stomach should be, down onto the seat, and then the floor. His eyes never leave yours. The chains biting into his decayed wrists are arrested. A small pin holds it all together. To pull it free, you see you must grip it with both hands. You always fled, but this time, it seems, you've caught me, golden boy. Press the pin with both hands. The bloody tongue makes your hands slippery. Each time you press, your fingertips slide off the pin. Perhaps you should put that thing I gave you somewhere, golden boy. He points at the tongue in your hand. Perhaps I should put it back where it belongs. Place the tongue in Lilith's mouth. You see Lilith lying on the table beside you. In her flayed face, lidless eyes gaze up at the broken ceiling. Moonlight veils her features in a gray shroud. You part her jaw. First, you press down the section of her throat where the vocal cords lie. blood slick and trembling beneath your fingers. Then slowly you set the tongue back in place. Black fluid seeps from her mouth, trailing from the corners of her lips to her ears. At least now her face seems a little more natural, more complete. Within you, love and honor bloom at once. Look at Keenan. Very well then. Back to these chains. I will free you of this burden. Press the pin. Maybe I should pull these chains hard enough. I can free you. Tug the chains. I will free you of this burden. Press the pin. After wiping your hand clean on your shirt, you press down on the pin with all your strength. At first, nothing. The metal, frozen in place for decades, refuses to move. Then, you feel a faint shift. You press harder, and with a reluctant creak, the rusted pin comes free. The chains drop into the dust. There. For the first time, you spoke as yourself, Golden Boy. Glance at the table. Glance at the people at the table. When you turn your gaze back to the table, the women are watching you with calm, indifferent faces. The rotten boards creak as if braced. From the broken ceiling, a few drops of rain fall onto your face. Was that all? Each fragment takes its time to settle into place. What you fled from now stands directly before you, dissolved, fractured, torn apart, and ruined. Was it always meant to be this way? Will it always remain so? You are the cause of this. You. I saw Lilith transformed into something different, a creature, perhaps. Or perhaps she had always been so. Something you told yourself time and again. It was always easier to blame her, easier than turning inward and facing yourself. But now you must prove whether you are worthy of salvation or not. What now? Tell me. Narrate or whatever, and let this torment end. Moonlight spills through the fractured roof. An abysmal silence fills the room. You no longer believe those gathered around the table even breathe. Lilith's body lies there, still as a stone. No, not quite. The boards, the glass, the scattered earth things around you strain, awaiting. All this horror, all the questions, all the hatred. It was all to bring me here, wasn't it? So I could see you like this? Step toward the door. I hope in the end, you can forgive me for everything. Approach Lilith. You move toward Lilith's body on the table. The tongue you placed rests in her mouth. She's still old with her mask-like face, stitches running from brow to chin.
Lilith can't hear you, my child, but she doesn't need to anymore. Still, you want her forgiveness, don't you?
I betrayed her, just as I left you. I killed her. You are absolutely right. You knew exactly what would happen. And when they took Lilith that night. Did I? You keep saying that night. Which night? That night you came here, to this house, to the place where Lilith's growing obsessive ideas had taken root. The place where you saw her for the first time. She told you about the black alchemy ritual. You were to die, and then reunite within the grand unification. Your bodies would perish, and your souls would intertwine. You were afraid, and you reported her for performing an unauthorized act of alchemy. They captured Lilith.
Truths don't turn into forgiveness within the cocoon of time. For your actions to find a meaning isn't that simple, my child. But at least you tried.
Perhaps Lilith needs to be completed. Turn to Lilith. I never told about the past. I never completed the parts of her, did I? Perhaps Lilith needs to be completed. Turn to Lilith.
She or you? At this point, is there any difference between you two? The memory of her that lingers in your mind will at least come to an end.
The wood creaks one last time, then silence. It stretches. The floor beneath your feet stirs faintly like a living membrane. The torn black threads of the curtains shiver by the windows. Silence. It stretches. Then, a breath, you see Lilith's chest rise upon the table. Her eyes turn to you. Her body tenses, as if she's being born again. Yet there is nothing miraculous in it. Lilith reaches out your hand. No, that's impossible. Step back. Lilith, reach out your hand. The hand you extend feels as though it touches a warm memory stuck in the past. Her fingertips twitch. The flesh beneath her nails blackens with some viscous fluid. Her shoulders tremble. Then she sits up. The clothes clinging to her are wet with blood.
Welcome, my love. For a moment, I feared you wouldn't come.
I'm here, but I thought you died. Truly died at this time. I remember you saying that the first time I came here.
It's the same fear every time, my love. You do this because you love me. I know that. You remember me. As you wanted me to be. We're almost complete now.
Her tongue, swollen and heavy in her mouth, distorts the words. The rasping voice shows that her torn throat never healed. All this was your revenge on me for killing you. For that night, 5 years ago. It must end. We must be completed. This loop must reach its end.
They were the halves within you, my love. All of them. The loves you could not see, the words you could never speak. You've been trying to piece them together, but now it's my turn. Either you complete me with your body, or confess the whole truth and bring this loop to an end.
What truth do you want me to confess?
Everything. Why you killed me, why you were afraid, why you were so utterly pathetic. Everything.
Livber's seas churn. Waves crash against the cliffs, scattering into the night. A garden of white flowers burns among a crimson fire. Bare feet crush the withered blossoms. I was afraid to love you because I didn't want to lose you like I lost everyone else. It wasn't always like this. At the beginning, I truly loved you until you fell into madness. I trapped inside your obsessions.
And look where that fear has led us. You feared to love, even while you were loving me. Look at me. Look at me! Look what it's done to me. I have no face anymore.
She screams, yet because the tongue you place in her throat does not sit right, her voice resembles that of a creature, not of Gaia. Her voice echoes off the rotten planks. The air escaping her lungs mixes with a black sludge in her mouth. The droplets splattering onto your face are warm. The skin barely clinging to her face shifts with the force of her scream. The piece of flesh covering her forehead droops loose. I never wanted this for you. All this you brought upon yourself. I never wanted this for you.
What didn't you want? My death? Too late for that, my love. I remember something. Sometimes, in the mornings, when I had to leave the bed and go outside, leaving you alone, I felt a vast emptiness in my heart that grew with every step, until I came back to you. Now I wonder, will I feel it again, after our reunion?
This creation you keep speaking of, the one in your letter, the cause of all this, it never existed, Lilith. The creation, you mean a child, don't you? Tell me the truth, Lilith. You think Lilith smiles until you realize how this is possible. She already braces herself against the edge of the table. Dark veins run from her shoulders to her thigh, like dried muscle strands. She grips her damp, crimson dress, tears her skin apart, and parts her legs.
Welcome home, my love. To your first and final home inside me.
All this was your revenge. It always was, wasn't it?
No. It was my love for you.
Moonlight pours over Lilith's body, her legs spread upon the table. The face you forced back onto her skin hangs loose at the edges, ready to fall. Her eyes never leave yours. Then between her thighs, something flickers into view, then vanishes. Some kind of smoke, gray, black. It rises from between her legs, thick and viscous, a muddy liquid moving with it. The wind stops, something crawls into the world. Lilith's rage for you is taking form. The creation. No. Her love. That's what she called it. You heard her too. It's love. A love beyond the borders of the material realm. A love so magnificent. The smoke coils upward, a newborn storm. A whirlwind. It surrounds you, fills the room. A metallic taste coats your tongue. Your breath shortens. Lilith's love begins to fill you. Yes. Your vision darkens. You feel it, don't you? And in the end, a voice.
Tell me, my love, once we speak of this, there will be no turning back. So tell me, do you wish to remember your past, or to see the truth?
I want to see the truth. The Rashomon cut! Oh, I just got an achievement! Hang on. You choose to know the truth about Lilith's death. That was the achievement. Smoke coils around you. A realization spreads through the layers of your mind. The story has brought you here. I have brought you here. Through the fine cracks in the smoke you see. The roof caved in. Plaster fallen from the walls. Windows long shattered. Rain drips from the hole above and strikes your face. From somewhere unseen, you hear Lilith's voice.
You were alone here, my love. For 65 months, you've been alone. Since they took me, your conscience has never let you leave. You always knew the truth.
It was to finish what you started, the ritual of black alchemy.
Now you see. Yes, my love, you remember the pieces, don't you? The name, the blood, and the word?
Well, I must see the truth now. The name first, I must know who I am. The truth isn't hidden behind your ritual, Lilith. You have to understand me. Well, I must see the truth now. The name first, I must know who I am.
Elbeck. It was the first weeks of your 65 months solitude. Only days after you took me. They asked you for a name. You gave mine first. Then you signed your own on the witness paper. You claim to have seen me perform unauthorized alchemy. The guards told you that you could see me one last time before I died. I told them there was no need. Speak the truth. The smoke thickens, heavy and suffocating. From the other side, you hear Lilith's voice. Yes, you were afraid, weren't you? You were not virtuous enough to see me one last time, to say that you really loved me. Now speak your name. Confess it. My name is Elbeck, and I killed you because I avoided my virtue and I was afraid. You know my name, Lilith. You know what I did and why I did it. You see the smoke take shape before you, coalescing into a silhouette. The ritual is progressing. From beneath the mist, something slides across the floor toward your feet. Metal scraping softly. You recognize it. Lilith's dinner knife. The grand unification will unite us, my love. There, we all will be together. Now, seal your name with your conscience. Spill your blood to the end. If shedding it will free me from my conscience torment, then let my blood run. Cut your wrists. I don't think I can do this. Don't take the knife. If shedding it will free me from my conscious torment, then let my blood run. Cut your wrists. Let your blood gather at your knees like the sea itself, just like the edge of the cliff you could never let yourself fall from. 2 years later, your steps had carried you back to that cliff's edge, your guilt heavier than ever before. There wasn't a single night you didn't see me in your dreams. But you couldn't find the courage to let yourself fall with the rain. Killing yourself would have taken more courage than killing another. Your knees sank into the mud, a heart mired in a bog. Blood drips from your fingertips. Your fingers grow numb. The warm, slick fluid from both wrists pools on the floor. Your legs weaken. You sink to your knees. The knife slips from your hand and clatters to the ground. Through the mist, Lilith approaches her face, her body. She seems to have left all that horror behind, just as you first saw her. Lilith. The house creaks and groans around you, crazed, kneeling. You struggle to steady your breath. A rasp rising from your chest. Sweat soaks your back. The wind makes your skin shiver. Lilith smiles. It's a gentle, merciful smile. There's a piece of paper in her hand. As she leans down to pick up the knife, she places the paper in your palm. And the end. Your madness took a hold of you. By the end of those 65 months, you had convinced yourself I couldn't be dead. You clung to that fragile hope because it was all you had left. Poor Elbeck. Everything lost, rotted, or faded within that house. You redrew it all on those yellow papers to remember, to keep your memories alive. Because what else did you have left but memories? You kept drawing again and again all those memories whose originals had long been lost. And then you wrote a letter from my mouth to yourself. You summoned yourself back here, even though you had never truly left, but your mind needed to believe it. You didn't send the letter? If I had written from beyond death, these would not be my words. You wrote it yourself. It's true. You needed to believe it, to step through the door. Just as the blood from your wrists seeping into the letter, the thing that ended everything. The thing that began it all. Don't worry, there's nothing to fear. This is not an ending. This is never an ending. This is not death. We'll begin again. Anew. What? What? Give me the letter you sent to yourself. I'll tuck it into your pocket. Perhaps where we're going, you'll need this blood-stained thing. When you cut your wrists so that deep, you can't move your fingers anymore. I suppose I'll have to complete the last step of the ritual for you. The smoke rises, thick and heavy, like the fluid that once spilled from Lilith's throat. It wraps around you. You stand within the storm. Your memories swirl through your mind, shattering against the fragments of your awareness. Each breaks apart, merging and separating, until nothing remains but the black smoke. In the midst of nowhere, you stand alone, and at last, your body dissolves. Let go. Now, there is no need to fear, my dear. My love, my life. Here, everything belongs to everything else. Welcome among us, at last. We have no bodies now, no names, only us remain. Us. This is the only place where we can exist together. You, me, and our creation. Our creation? Yes, I was carrying our child when I died. You know this. The child is here as well, with us. Holy shit. Oh my god. But we have no bodies. Where are you? In the midst of everyone, just as you are, there are no bodies here anymore. No thoughts, no memories, no recollections. Only us. What does that mean? Our souls, these formless souls cast beyond the cosmic dark, will soon mingle. We will become one. We will become something greater than ourselves. You, me, and our child. You will remain as an ache twisting within me, trapped in a new loop. Wait, what? Till the grand unification, we became one with Lilith in the Never All. And in the end, with all we all converge upon a new single point in the story, without even remembering who we were. Oh my god. The end! 3 of 8! That's the third ending! I still gotta get the first ending. I guess I missed it. Wow, this is so much to unpack. You just skipped the credits, Caelum. My bad. Wow. I am really enjoying this game so far. In Ev Games, you have done a really fascinating job with this game, and I cannot wait to get the rest of the endings to this game. Oh my god, I'm just so captivated. Like, I want to know what the rest of the endings would entail. Like, what would happen? And oh my god, this is just too good. I really await for that update that will give me like a visual roadmap of all the routes I took. That would really help out a lot in order to get the rest of the endings. But with that said, that's gonna my faithful keychains. That's gonna be it for this episode of Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Now again, I'm doing my first ever giveaway, so if you want a chance to win one of 5 free Steam keys of this game, be sure to subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and comment down below #Livber.
I'm going to be announcing. I'm giving you all plenty of time. As I do these endings, and once once enough time has passed, and I get to the final ending, I will be announcing the winners. I'll be announcing the winners that will receive the 5 Steam keys, by the finale. So be sure to participate. You got plenty of time. And as always, my faithful keychains, thank you all so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to the channel and click that bell button to be notified of all videos I upload. Be sure to leave a like, comment down below, and share this video with your friends and family. That will truly help me out in the algorithm. Be sure to follow me on my Blue Sky, join my Discord, follow my Tumblr, and join my Game Jolt for some future updates and community interaction. Be sure to buy my merch on my TeePublic page. Make sure to click that join button down below to become part of the faithful Keyring support. You will gain perks such as custom emojis and badges, early access to upcoming videos, and shoutouts once every upload week. And lastly, go support my Patreon and Ko-Fi and hype this video up. And until then, this has been Caelum Roxas and Caelum Roxas signing out, and we will see you all in the next video. Peace out, everyone. Peace out.